Bronco hats, or did they give them to you? Always got a sharp lid.
I got a few free ones.
Pete, what just your reaction to that game? It seems like offense, defense, special teams blocking 2 field goals. Pretty complete game.
Yeah, it was good. We seem to have these extreme games. Nothing kind of just in between. It's either really tight or not tight on both sides. But it was, we're proud of the guys. They worked hard. Not easy to come off a hard loss like that. And they went right back to work, and they played really hard. It took us a minute to get going on offense, but once we did, I think the guys got into a good rhythm.
What do you make of the slow starts and not the first time it's happened?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll work on that. Hard to know, but we definitely need to come out faster than that. And we'll analyze it on the bye week and figure out what we can do better.
It seems like there's a lot more variety to play calling. Things have sort of opened up the last few weeks. You see a few more of those gimmick plays that Boise State's known for. Is that something on your end, or is that just sort of the way the flow is?
No, I think Coach Prince is doing a great job, and we're kind of getting into a rhythm, and we always kind of want to be wide open. It's got to start with bread and butter football, and then those other type of plays will help us. But credit always goes back to the players for executing. I mean, hey, every play that we call, it looks pretty darn good when it goes in, and when they do their job, it looks pretty good, and when it doesn't, so those guys are doing a good job executing.
That Bumblewski play, you guys have used some version of that before, right?
Yeah, the first time we used it was in 2001. Didn't score, but it worked in a bowl game. And then I think we tried it again a couple years later, and my man Ryan Dinwiddie botched it, and I was very irritated at him because I think it would have worked good again. And yeah, we hadn't used it for a long time.
And then you guys have done some of that with splitting out the tackles and that kind of stuff. How do you get an idea of how they're going to react, or do you not really know how they're going to react in the defense?
You don't know. You don't know. But we have a couple different answers. We'd love to be able to throw it downfield like that, but if not, we do have another answer. And, just another thing the defense has to work on.
Second half, defense held them to 50 yards. I think. Just talking about the defense.
I thought our defense did a great job all game. Offense, we shot ourselves in the foot giving the ball on the 8-yard line. That's going to be hard on anyone. But I thought our defense did a really good job, and I think our coaches made some good adjustments over the week. And, we need to because we're going to see those styles.
You went with that the extra defensive back, it seemed like, for a good portion of the game.
Getting more speed on the field. Those guys drop back pass team. They really did try to run it pretty well. But I think our defensive front did a great job of canceling that out.
DeMarcus tonight, 2 blocked field goals, that sack early on. It just seemed like a really determined effort by him.
Well, yeah, no question. And our field goal block team did a nice job, and DeMarcus is very good at that. There's a couple of the guys in there pushing hard. We really haven't got anything done up to this point, and they've been working hard on that. So it was really nice to see that come alive tonight.
You guys had a lot of injuries out there, a lot of guys not out there.
Yep.
What does it say that you put up this kind of performance with some guys taking on some larger roles?
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating that we seem to be getting, that many guys injured. And they, I don't know, they just kind of run in batches a little bit. But hopefully we'll get some guys back over the bye. And, it goes like that. And nobody cares about your injuries except for me and the coaching staff. But some young guys did a good job stepping up.
Anybody out for a long time?
I don't know right yet.
Did Aaron leave the game because of an injury?
Yeah, Aaron got dinged, so we'll know more about him later.
Geraldo, you guys talked a little bit about those 50-50 balls, and a great catch on one of those tonight, a couple other big plays.
Change the game. We get a big, tall receiver like that when the ball's up for grabs, he should be able to get it. It was really nice to see him make strides tonight.
And then, got Shane involved a lot tonight in the diving catch in the corner of the end zone. But he seems to kind of come and go in terms of his role. But tonight was one of his nights, I guess. Right?
Yeah, and we're trying to do our best to move him around and get him the ball. And we do understand when we get him the ball, he's going to make things happen. It was really a spectacular catch. That was a hard catch, and I didn't know if he caught it, but I think he's probably the only guy on the team that could have caught that thing. Was low and away, and that's the guy you want when it's low and away.
What are your main objectives for the bye week?
Well, we definitely got to get better. We got a really good team in Utah State going to be staring at us, and if we don't play our best football of the year, we won't win. That's what I think. And so I think the kids improved this week, and we got some good hard practices, and they'll get some time to get rested up as well. So it'll be focused on us getting better, and it'll be focused a little bit on Utah State as well.
You guys have done the Make-A-Wish thing in the past. What's that experience like for you and your players?
It's awesome. Our players love it. Our players did a great job with Shane last 2 days, and you know, we just feel so honored when somebody like that wants to come out and spend, you know, have a wish to spend with us. And there's so many people behind the scenes, you know, with Brad LaRondo and Make-A-Wish, and I mean, Sarah Swanson that works with us, no relation, but I mean, that do an unbelievable job. And we're just honored. And it was so awesome how the crowd reacted to him. And that was probably the biggest cheer of the night, and rightly so.
Grant, when he came in, was he coming in for a series there?
Well, he's got, you know, plays, package of plays, those type of things. And so it just depends on how Coach Prince calls those.
So not necessarily staying in there? Or?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the sequence was going to be.
You mentioned the plays that do work, the Fumbaruski, the lining up. Is it frustrating when you see, you know, Grant gets in there and fumbles, and then Derek Thomas gets in there and fumbles? Is there a sense that, you know, you try all these different things and some work really well and you get touchdowns and others?
Well, I think it's just, you know, you know, it's hard to come off the sidelines cold a little bit. And Derek Thomas hasn't got a lot of reps and played a lot for us. And when he does, he plays more, he'll make those plays. You know, it's what he was doing wasn't anything super tricky or fancy. He's repped it a lot in practice, and obviously game speed is different. And so they'll get better at those things.
The flip side to that coin is Jay having a nice game and ball security and emphasis for him once Aaron had to leave.
Yep, ball security was good, and that's premium. We talked about it all week, and again, I think we won the turnover battle tonight. I think it was 3-1, and it's always going to be key.
You guys, 5 weeks now and get a bye. What have you learned about this team through 5 weeks? Where's this team at?
That's a good question. I know we're making progress. I think that, and I think if we can get some guys back healthy, we can take another step. But we got a heck of a game coming up here in 2 weeks. I know that. Because I think we're so kind of young and inexperienced, you know, I'm still not exactly sure. But I do like them. They work hard. They go hard. They care about what they're doing. And we are making strides.
Yeah, we didn't ask about Joe's game today, obviously. Again, another good game for him, especially at home. Seems like he's been on fire.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we didn't have to leave home. Very efficient tonight. And when our quarterback plays efficient, we're usually going to score a lot of points.
Been kind of a up and down, topsy-turvy for the first 5 weeks, and going into a bye to have a night like this. What does this do for your team to sort of have a feel-good night like this to go into?
Yeah, it's certainly better to go in with a win than a loss, without question. And you know, I've been saying this for a while. But, you know, it's such a game of confidence. It just really is. And so the more these guys gain confidence that hey, they can play, they can defend passes, they can, you know, make big plays. I just think that, you know, once you get that mojo going, you start to change as a team, and we're certainly not there, but we're making some progress.
All right, guys.
Okay. Sorry, I'm on.